Hello and welcome to the BB Armory Toys and Antiques channel. This is the BB Armourer with today's video, which is a comparison of the two Corgi James Bond 007 Aston Martin DB5 from 1965. I'm going to tell you about the comparisons and the differences between the two. The most obvious difference is the colour. So, on the left, I've taken the liberty of taking them out of the boxes, and I've opened the plinth to bring out the instructions just to show you a reproduction of the instructions and the lapel badge, secret agent, which are in there. I'm not going to get them out. You can have a look on other channels for unboxing videos. This is just a review just to show you what to expect. So, on the left, I'll just move that one to one side, and I'll tell you about the issues and or special bits about it that you might not know if you are new to Corgi model collecting. You may not be an octogenarian, not that I am, but I'm old enough to remember the originals, and certainly had the originals when I was younger. Excuse me. Oops, that's not good. Oh dear, oh well, that just went south for the winter. Perhaps it's off to, I don't know, Monte Carlo or somewhere for the winter, but I shall just retrieve that. It's a nice soft carpet down there, so there won't be any damage. But nevertheless, oh, not nice to have a fall. Let's go retrieve it. There we go, I've got him. Maybe I shouldn't put it up on the box. Yes, maybe we shouldn't put him on the box. So we'll just leave it there. The box, my table's a bit wobbly. Right, let's bring that back to me. Oh. Well, that's definitely not a good idea. The roof is fired and the mains come out on that second spill. Do I edit all this out? My videos tend to be raw and uncut, so generally I do some editing sometimes just to edit out misinformation or pauses when I'm thinking about what I need to say, but generally my videos are as is. My company, or my channel rather, is there's three of us that run it. Me, myself and I. We do everything. Okay, let's pop him back in there. Sit in your seat. That's it. Well, obviously, you know now that does work. Again, I think we should put the box down. Leave it on the plinth. There we go. Okay, so let's go to the original. So this is the 1965 issue. Okay, it was first issued in gold, and Corgi's reasoning behind that is when they did the pre-production models, they felt it looked like it was just bare metal. Yeah, they didn't want to paint them silver because the silver production models, pre-production models, just looked like they were bare silver metal. So they decided to go with the gold for Goldfinger, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know what the reason was behind that. Now, if you look at the gold paint on this, I personally, because of the sheen and because of the way it's been done, it almost looks like a plastic moulding. It's not. I can assure you it's metal, but the look of it is plastic. I don't think it's a very good gold finish. It's not true to the original in that sense. There are a few anomalies. Now, the Aston Martin itself, the model, You know, it's very nice. Good reproduction of the original Corgi 1965 version. It's got everything that used to happen. You've got the ram and the machine guns that come out the front, which is correct. You've got the rear bullet shield, which is correct. And of course you've got the ejecting baddie. Not as fierce as it used to. Whoops, he wasn't sat in the seat properly. Let's put him in the seat. You've got the ejecting baddie. How come he's stuck? He's not sat on the seat properly. The ejecting baddie. Yeah, there you go, that worked. Okay, so there you go. You have to place him on the seat, just so. When he goes in. There we go. Okay, so the original Corgi version, 1965, was not quite correct. It had a few flaws. Overall impression is this: you have to be an expert, and at the end of the day, it was a toy, so it didn't really matter. First of all, the rear lights are wrong. The Aston Martin DB5 had 3 individual round lights on the back end, each side, and also you can see the fuel flap detail just here. Well, on the real thing, it had them both sides. But other than that, you know, it is what it is. It was a toy. It's meant for kids, and that was good enough. So, yep. Very slight couple of blemishes on my roof there. The paint. Yeah, a couple of paint splots there. Okay, so that's your original re-release of the 1965 Corgi Aston Martin. Now then, for those of you in the know, in 1968 they released it in the silver. Correct, they corrected the mistake of the paint. But not only did they correct the paint, it also had red plastic tyre slashers. Still had the features of the baddie ejecting, the ramrods at the front, and the bulletproof shield, but they corrected the lights. The lights were 3 round dimples, so that was corrected, and they also put the fuel flap on the other side. So here we have the silver birch version. This is not a re-release of Corgi 270, because that's what the re-release was called. Corgi 270. All this is, that one's from Corgi Model Club, this one's from Hornby Hobbies Corgi Toys. And the only difference between these two is they painted this one silver. This one is exactly the same as that one. This is not a re-release of Corgi 270. Doesn't have the tyre slashers, doesn't have the triple lights at the back, and doesn't have the secondary fuel flap. It is just a silver version of the 1965. So this has no place in any of the Corgi history books. This was never ever issued in silver in 1965. This is the 1965 casting. Exactly the same as that one. So yeah, that's the comparison. I just wanted you to know that this is not a re-release of 270. In fact, the box says, look, still says 261. Corgi 261. And same as the gold one. And that's correct. The original one was silver on the box in 1965. That's correct. I believe the 68 one was in a bubble or a window. Possibly. I don't know. Yeah, so exactly the same. But I thought, well, you know, why not? It's a nice model, good enough, and I like the fact that it's in. But as you can see, that looks metal. We put that next to each other, and I don't know if it's just me. That's metal. That looks plastic. The overall effect looks plastic. It's not. It's definitely metal, but it just looks plastic. So for me, it's, yeah. Just me, possibly. And I think that's what's nice is now the spokes on them look see-through. I think the original one, you couldn't see through the spokes. I wouldn't mind an original one. That'd be quite nice, but yeah, do you want to pay them money for a mint original? I like to collect. I don't mind collecting slightly play-worn, as long as they're not too badly scratched and damaged. As long as all the parts are there and they're working, then for me, that's a nice model to collect. So there we have the Corgi Models Club 1965 Aston Martin DB5 James Bond, and the Hornby Corgi release of the 1965 Corgi 261, but in silver. Okay, along with their instruction sheets. I'm not going to get them out. Go and have a look somewhere else if you need to do that. And as always, you don't need to subscribe to me. You don't need to, do, I don't know what they call it, save. All I like is hit the like button if you like this, and leave a comment if you want to. That's it. That's all I ask. This is not a need to succeed site. It's just me doing my things. And saying that, this is the BB Armourer signing off.